Hello everyone, in this video we are going to create a basic Flask server, basic to-do app using Flask server with Sqlite database. So without wasting any time, let's create a repo. Okay, a to-do app using Flask public. Let's add readme file and let's create this repo. Let's just copy and let's just clone it. Git clone. Cd. VS Code. We have opened our repo in our local machine. Now at first we will create a template.py. Okay, so what this will do, this will create all the files and folders needed in our project automatically. Okay, so here we will be running this code. Okay, we'll be running this code, but before, let's create an environment. Okay, let's at first create an environment. Conda create. Be sure that you have conda installed in your local system. Okay, to execute this command, -p venv python equal to 3.11 -y. So after running this command, the virtual environment will be created, and then conda activate it. We have activated the virtual environment. Let's create the requirements.txt file. We will be needing these three external libraries for this project. Okay, Waxyuk to handle post and get request in Flask, Jinja 2 for using Jinja 2 templates in HTML, Flask for the server. Okay, now let's pip install it. So it's getting installed. It has been installed. Then run Python, run the template.py. Python template.py. Okay, so the directory and the files has been created. Also, let's add .keytignore file, which will ensure that the version control system ignores venv. For that, we are creating .keytignore file. Save it and see all others. All the files in the venv are ignored. Let's just commit this. Refresh. Let's use AI to generate the commit message. Let's commit and sync changes. So our changes has been committed and pushed in our remote repository in GitHub. So let's start the project. Index.html. Index.html will be where the user will see and edit and delete and update their to-do list. Okay, so let's create the index.html. This is the head tag of the HTML. Then let's create the body tag. Okay, so this is the body tag. Inside it, we have created a form. Okay, under h1 tag we are writing to-do list. Big heading will be shown, to-do list, and then we are creating the form tag where after clicking on add, the /add action will be executed, and it will be a post request, that is, we will be submitting this data to the server. Okay, now let's create the Flask server in the app.py. Okay, so these are the libraries that will be, these are the modules that will be required in our project, Flask render template. You will be seeing how they will be required, and then we have initialized the app, okay, the Flask app, and then we have created a function to initialize the database, the Sqlite database that we are using. Okay, so now let's add the main function. So after running, you will be seeing that the page will be displayed in the website Python. Fine, manually checking. Okay, so why is not displaying? Because we haven't added the root directory. Okay, that's why it's not rendering the index.html. Let's add the root directory. So we have added the root directory, and so it will be automatically reloaded. Then let's visit our website and let's reload it for a sec. See, our to-do app has been it's there. That our to-do app is there. You can write anything you want. For example, lead code. You want to write. I want to solve lead code DSA problems. Okay, after clicking on, see, it will not be added. So we have to implement the add function also. Okay, so after clicking on add, the data will be loaded into the database. We have to implement that. Then we can it will be added to the server. So let's just start implementing it. So as you can see, we have to implement the /add option, /add in app.py. We haven't implemented that. So let's add the /add. Okay, so this is the /add route, and upon visiting the /add route, so what it is doing, as you can see, it is executing this SQL query after connecting to the database to do the DB, which has been initialized here. Okay, and it's so let's this init.db function, _db function, what it is doing, it is just initialize. See, it is connecting to the database, and then it is using the cursor method. What it does, it acts as an interface between your Python code and the SQL server, SQLite database. So then it executes. See that execute. It will execute the SQL commands. What the command states, that you are creating a to-do table inside the SQLite in the to-do.db, and where you are at first the ID, the first variable will be ID, and the second variable will be task. Okay, so the task and ID, you are declaring task and ID. You are creating task and ID inside the ID and column, ID and task column. Okay, so ID will be an integer, it will be primary key, and it will be automatically incrementing upon adding. And then the task will be text and it will not be null. So that's what it is doing. And then you are committing the changes in the database, and then after that you are closing the database connection. That's what init_db is doing. It is called in the main function. Okay, then it is a root. And it is a root of your project. So it is just rendering. It is rendering the index.html by fetching everything that is in the database. Okay. So it is so this is index doing, and then /add, what is the /add route is doing? So it is executing this add task function, and inside it you are using task request.form.get. You are getting all the task. Okay, so see index.html. So the task that you are adding, so the task that you are adding in the form will be given here. It will be given to task here. Okay, form.get. Request.form.get, it is retrieving the task from the index.html. The task will be stored here, and then if there is a task, then only it will be executed. Okay, it will be connecting to the database, and then it will be creating that. It will be initializing this cursor method, and then it will be executing the SQL query, that is insert. You will be inserting the values and insert the values as a task. This is a tuple. Okay, this is a tuple, and you will be inserting the task in the database. Okay, it will be replaced by the task. So after adding, you can see the changes. Let's just run this Python app.py. Let's run the app.py server, Flask server. Okay, so you can here add DSA. Just click on add. So the task is added to the server. How will you know that? You can just visit. How will you know that? You can visit the to-do.db. Okay, see, it has been added along with the ID. ID is a primary key, as you can see, and it has been added. If you add more, the primary key will be automatically incrementing. If you add more, let's add more. Brushing. You want to brush your teeth, for example. Let's add it. Okay, so the brushing has also been added into ID2. That's what it's doing. But you also want to display, also want to view all the entries in the database into your index.html. For that, let's create a unordered list where you are going to show all the list items. So here, this is the unordered list. So here the list items are shown using the Jinja template. Okay, so this is a loop. It will be running a loop for task in tasks. Okay, so task basically contains all the tasks, and upon the task is a tuple, and the tuple task 1. So this is a task. So this is task 0. Okay, task 0, and this is task 1. Task 0, task 1. Task 0, task 1. Task 0 is ID. Task 1 is the DSA. That's the okay. This is a whole. This row is treated as a task. 0 is 1 and task 1 is DSA. And then what happens? The loop runs, and you will be able to view all the things that are stored in the database. We have reloaded the web page, as you can see. The DSA and brushing are being displayed here, and you can then edit and delete also. Okay, when edit and delete, but we haven't implemented edit and delete. Let's implement this and let's test then. Let's go to app.py. Here you have to implement the slash. Here is app.py. Let's implement the delete /delete route. I will implement the /delete route where it's executing the SQL command. Okay, it is getting the task ID as a get request, and then it is just erasing the deleting the entry, okay, where the task ID is replaced by question marks. For example, if the task ID is 0, then it will be deleting the rows task ID is 0. Okay, so data whose task ID is 0. For example, DSA was in the 0th place, so it will be deleted if we click on the delete on DSA. For example, if we click on delete, so see that it has been deleted. Now let's implement the edit route. So here is the edit route. So what this route is doing basically, so it's getting the data using get and post, okay, from the index.html. As you can see, after clicking on delete, it will be executed /delete /task0 /delete, and then if you click on edit, it will be executed /edit /task0. Okay, in both get and post, as you have seen, it is retrieving the data from get and post method in both ways. Okay, if it is get and if it is post, let's just see. Okay, if it is a get, okay, if it is a get method, that means it is coming from that index.html. Then we are implementing edit.html. Okay, edit.html. Select from to do where ID. We are taking the data point and we are fetching and we are closing, and then we are implementing the edit.html. We haven't implemented this. Let's implement edit.html. Here we will be editing the data of the ith row. So this is the edit.html. What you are doing? You are just you have just created a for. Okay, you just change accordingly and click on update. Let's see how it works. Okay, let's click on edit. Okay, it has been redirected to another page, and you can just edit things. Then click on update, but the update hasn't been yet implemented. Let's implement the update. As you can see, this is the update. Okay, so this is what the update does. It just passes a post. As you can see, it passes a post. Okay, passes a post data as a post method, and then the post is executed. Then the post method is executed here. Okay, then you can just use SQL to update the data. Where say task equal to question mark, the first question mark will be replaced by new task, and the next question mark will be replaced by task ID. So you are updating the task with the new task where ID equal to that ID. For example, if you are updating the 0th ID, then you are just telling to update the 0th ID's data with the new task. Okay, with the new task, and then you are committing and then closing the database connection. That's our project. Let's just see. Let's just update it. For example, instead of I want to do DSA again, let's update it. See, the DSA has been updated. So this is our mini project, okay, to demonstrate how to create a to-do list using Flask in SQLite database. Thanks for watching. Let's meet at another video.